Imagine your finance star quits on short notice. Do you scramble or smoothly replace them with an already prepared successor? Let's see how mapping critical roles and nurturing future leaders can protect your function from chaos. And let's dig into the blueprint for building a pipeline that ensures you never scramble under sudden exits. Today, let's talk about establishing a talent pipeline and succession strategy so your finance function stays robust and your up-and-coming talent sees a real future here. This video addresses the third of three key areas of the people in foundations of Phoenix Finance Framework: talent pipeline and succession. If you don't have it yet, in the description of the video, you will find a link to the Phoenix Finance Health Assessment Toolkit that helps you understand where your finance team stands in terms of maturity and health. Click on the link below and you will be able to download it for free. When you think of your team, you will probably notice that not every position is equally vital. Zero in on the top 10-20% of whose absence can cripple your core processes. Maybe it's the individual who knows your cost structure inside out, or the only one who handles treasury deals. By prioritizing these roles, you dodge the mistake of labeling half of the organization as critical. It's a simple Pareto principle. I know you probably see every position as important, but I'm sure that if you dig deeper, you'll be able to narrow down those that would leave you in the most trouble if someone unexpectedly left. And only when you are able to narrow this down can we talk about creating a strategy that will put you more at ease. Once singled out, you can focus resources on backup plans for them. Without that clarity, you wait until someone quits, then it's chaos. Scouring the market or throwing big money at a last-minute external hire who might not even fit. And that can fuel a series of mistakes that will only bring more harm to the team as opposed to actually helping it. After naming these roles, see if you already have in-house people who are partially ready to step in. They don't need to be perfect, but at least 50-60% of the skill or knowledge base is a great start already. Then plan a gap bridging strategy like training, job shadowing, or rotating them to collaborate with whoever works in the position that you identified as critical. If you have nobody in-house who fits, consider external pipelines. Stay connected with potential hires or keep an open recruitment channel so you're never left high and dry. This approach may take extra effort, but it saves you a heartbreak down the line. It is a long-term strategy that ensures that you are always prepared, not only for the situation when someone leaves, but also when you want to promote someone. People want to see a future in finance that stretches beyond routine tasks. Here we touch on an important step that many neglect: mapping out the career steps for your team. By mapping out those clear career steps, like how a senior analyst can progress to a manager or eventually a finance director role, you spark a retention. This step also shows that you truly care about the professional journey, not just the department's immediate needs. Talk openly with them about the skill sets they must grow: technical mastery, leadership presence, communication, strategic thinking, and then help them get there with the real tasks, projects, or mentorship. Once staff believe they have a real horizon, they will be more loyal, as they will see that you truly care about their development. It doesn't need to relate to particular positions either. You can establish their long-term aspirations, talk about the skill set required, and identify several potential next steps that, when the time comes, you can offer to them. It's not about promising. In most cases, you won't be able to promise much at this stage, but you can at least start aligning the expectations on potential career routes that they can take for themselves. Don't rely solely on corporate e-learnings or a single manager's instruction. Expose high potentials to varied roles. Maybe they support an M&A project or handle a special cross-department initiative. Real tasks deepen their competence faster than any manual or book will ever do. Pair that with a curated training in leadership or advanced analytics so they steadily build that repertoire to fill bigger shoes. By seeding them in actual experiences now, they will be ready if a key figure on your team moves on. Now, talking about the skill set. Yes, your senior finance folks need robust accounting or FP&A knowledge, but that alone isn't enough in modern financial world. They also need communication expertise, design thinking to simplify the processes, and a strategic outlook that ties finance to the wider business objectives. So line up experiences, courses, or knowledge sharing sessions on topics like negotiation, conflict resolution, or data visualization. If your potential successor lacks these soft elements, no matter how good their numbers are, they may struggle to get to that next level. So many people in finance are overly focused on the certifications and the hard knowledge, ignoring those extremely important communication and soft skills. Planning is never set it and forget it. Quarterly or biannually, meet with your high potential employees to see if they are still on track or if new organizational shifts have changed the target. Maybe the business direction evolved, your pipeline must adapt too. This prevents you from being caught off guard if an employee interest shift, if you suddenly realize that they need advanced skills that you overlooked earlier. Continuously refining your pipeline is the hallmark of a dynamic, future-ready finance function. And it helps you capture the evolution of their thinking too. Maybe you involve them in some of the projects in the area they thought they would like and ended up not being interested in it and in the long term whatsoever. That's alright, but that's a great insight for you to develop your thinking too. So how do we bring that assessment to life? Identify 10-20% of your critical roles. Begin by listing which positions would hurt the most if vacant. Ensure that there are not too many. Focus on the top crucial spots. Draft a succession chart. For each key role, note who might fill it in when the time comes. What can help you is to narrow down the critical skills required there and look for transferability across different positions and functions. Verify softly that the potential successor would actually consider it in the future. Don't just force that person into the position. Create a development plan for each high potential staff member. Mapping 1-2 near-term steps or training sessions that cultivate the needed skill can really help them. Real projects are the best teachers. Then schedule biannual check-ins. Every 3 to 6 months, reevaluate your pipeline. Who's grown, who's not aligned, and whether new business shifts call for a pivot. This ensures that your plan remains up to date. The right succession blueprint protects you from the sudden loss of key finance experts by identifying critical roles, mapping potential internal or external backups, and investing in leadership growth. You ensure smooth transitions in any circumstance. This forward-thinking approach also nurtures loyalty and readiness among your upcoming finance stars. When you plan succession carefully, your best talent feels valued and your vital processes remain stable even if the top players depart. Take that first step, draft a quick pipeline, talk to your high potentials and keep refining it. In doing so, you'll build the kind of finance team that confidently faces tomorrow's challenges.